Good morning, everyone. Welcome to yet another insightful session of our Study Abroad webinars presented to you by Lorien Finance. Today, we are going to talk about how your CIBIL score plays a critical role in getting your education loan approved. If you're worried about how your credit score can affect your future plans, don't worry. We're breaking it down for you step by step. Before we start, I'll quickly introduce who we are. So, Lorien Finance is like your study abroad ally, your best friend in your study abroad journey. Everything that you require, from funds to accommodation, placement, insurance, anything and everything, we help you. We are there for you throughout your journey. We're also hosting India's biggest study abroad loan fest at the moment, where we offer rewards like MacBook, iPhones, study abroad travel kits worth 20,000 and a short gifts on every disbursement. So if you're looking for your study abroad loan for fall 2025, now is the best time to do it. Starting with the topic, I just want to understand from everyone, do you know your CIBIL score? Do many students, and even their parents don't realize how important this three-digit number is? Can I just quickly get from you in the chat box if you guys know your CIBIL score, if you feel it's low, you don't understand what it is? So we do understand now that understanding your CIBIL score is the first step in getting an education loan that works for you. But what is CIBIL? Let's break it down for you. It's basically a three-digit number ranging from 300 to 900 that tells lenders how reliable you are at paying your loans. If your score is above 700, that's considered pretty good. It's based on your past loan repayments, how you use your credit cards, and if you've missed any payments. It's like your financial report card, as easy as that. This is one question that we get when applying for loans. So, whose score is it that matters? Whether is it the students or it's the co-applicant score? In India, it's usually the co-applicant score that banks and lenders focus on the most. So if your parent, your sibling, whoever your co-applicant is, their score can make or break your loan application. We also realize that students do not have a CIBIL score when they're applying for their loans, and thus the co-applicant is the one whose score matters. Let's quickly have a bifurcation of how these lenders look for scores and what exactly are they looking for. So when we talk about public banks like SBI, UBI, your PNB, all of these look at CIBIL scores that are 700 and plus. So if you do not have a 700 or more score, you cannot get a loan from a public bank. For private banks, they look for scores that start with 650, NBFCs that have 600 and above, and international NBFCs look at scores that are 700 and above. But we do understand that there's a lot of students who have a low CIBIL score, and that is why we're here to help you with tips and tricks to still get a loan. What to do if your score is low? Do not panic, first of all. There are things you can do. Start by paying off your credit card bills completely and clearing any existing EMIs. Also, avoid applying for multiple loans at the same time. It can bring your score down. If you've recently fixed any issues in your credit report, wait for a month or two before applying for a loan. And finally, you can also try using joint co-applicants like your parents and siblings together for your loan. Also, if there's something that you feel is wrong in your CIBIL, you can surely file a complaint on their official website. Now that I've done a lot of explaining, I'll just open the floor for some questions if you have. You can type in your questions along with your contact details, and I'll make sure that our loan experts reach out to you within 24 hours. Just throw in all your questions that you have. So, one of the question asks, I've never taken a loan, will my CIBIL score be bad? Actually, no, you have a perfect CIBIL if you've never taken a loan, you do not have a credit card, you've never done any such thing. You just have a bank account. Your CIBIL is perfect. It's zero. It's a fresh CIBIL and lenders accepted 100%. So it's a great CIBIL. So the next question is how long does it take to improve a low CIBIL? It actually depends on how bad is the issue, the severity of the issue. But if you're making efforts consistently, your CIBIL can improve in 6 to 12 months. But major defaults may take time. Does checking my CIBIL score frequently lower it? No, if you're checking your own score, it's a soft inquiry. It has no impact. But hard inquiries, if some lender is checking your CIBIL score when you apply for a loan, that can affect your score. Are there services or agencies that help fix low CIBIL score? Yes, but you have to be very cautious while doing it. Some credit repair agencies are legit, but others are also scams. So always check reviews, credentials, avoid anyone who's promising you quick fixes or who's charging very high fees. So moving forward, we have a fun session for you this time. So what we're going to do is we have these fun statements by students like you, and you just have to tell me in the chat box if you are someone who's been there, done that, or this is something that you'll never do. So as the first one says, missed an EMI by just one day and told yourself it's fine. They won't even see it. Hi Vasu, we do understand your situation, but could you just share your contact details and we just share it with our loan experts and they'll reach out to you ASAP. The next one says applied for 3 credit cards in 1 month for the free movie tickets. Have you also been there? Amazing. Closed an old credit card account and felt financially responsible until you saw your credit score drop. Shared your PAN card with your cousin for just one small loan. That's some crazy energy you guys are showing. Had no clue checking your credit score too often can lower it, as we just discussed. Thought your CIBIL score doesn't matter because your loan is for education. Told your parents, don't worry, I'll repay it after my course with zero repayment plan in mind. Thank you, Vasu. Great. So these are some of the wild experiences that we also get from students. Moving forward, let's come to some helpful tips to improve your chances of approval, even if you have a low CIBIL score. The first one is get CIBIL reports from the official website for CIBIL. You also do not just have to do loan shopping across banks. Do not go to multiple lenders to look for loans because that makes your CIBIL drop very easily. Consider using another co-applicant if possible, like adding a parent and sibling. Approach lenders who are more flexible with credit scores, like certain NBFCs and international lenders. You can surely reach out to Lorraine Finance. We've partnered with 17 plus Indian and global lenders, and we can help you have your loan approved quickly. Also, be sure to gather and share all your financial documents like your savings, your investments, income tax returns to show that your family, the overall financial health for the family. And all of this can really improve your chances of getting that education loan, even if your co-applicant score isn't perfect. If there's any more questions that you guys have, please share your contact details and the questions with us in the chat box, and we'll make sure that a loan expert reaches out to you within the next 24 hours. Will settling a loan improve my score? Partially. A settled status means the lender accepted less than the full amount. This is better than default, but worse than closed. So it may help over time, but it's not an ideal scenario. What should I do if there's an error in my credit report? You can raise a dispute directly through the CIBIL website by providing your documentation, whatever is relevant. They'll investigate it and resolve it within 30 days. Can I remove a loan default from my CIBIL report? Defaults cannot be removed unless it was a reporting error. If you repay the loan or settle it, the status will be updated, but the record stays for around 7 years. How do I improve my CIBIL quickly? As I mentioned, you have to just make sure that you pay your EMIs and credit card bills on time. Do not use your credit card very frequently. Avoid taking a lot of debt. Keep old credit cards open to maintain your credit history, and review and dispute errors in your credit report if there are any. Thank you so much for attending this webinar, everyone. This was amazing, all your questions. We've recorded all your queries and your contact details, and our loan experts would shortly be reaching out to you. Before you go, I would just like to remind you of India's biggest study abroad loan fest organized by Lorraine Finance, where we are giving amazing rewards like MacBook, iPhone, study abroad travel kits worth 20,000, assured rewards on every disbursement. We've partnered with 17 plus lenders to help you with your loans for your abroad education, and our interest rate starts from 3.39%. So do apply now. Also, if you've missed any of our previous webinars, you can simply go to our YouTube account and you can find all these webinars recordings there. If you would want to share it with your friends, just look at it yourself for any learnings, you can do that. Thank you so much.